Let's get physical. It's Jordan here, back again with an update on all the physical releases coming to the Switch. We're in the third full week of April, Monday to Friday, 19th until the 23rd. Retail, low print and imports, plus our community spotlight where you can potentially win a prize. Plus, we're announcing the winner of our bonus prize for this week, Quest of Dungeons. Stay tuned. Now let's just get this straight out of the way. This week is a week that I like to call Code in a Box Bullshit Bonanza Week. Yes, there are so many codes in the box this week. We've got Moto GP21, Urban Flow, Zombieland Double Pack. These are all in the UK, by the way, and in the UK and US, so two together, we're getting Chess Ultra and Pure Pool. More like Pure Poo, am I right? And that's it for retail, just codes in a box. I really must be missing something. Let me know. Anyways, let's jump into the low prints. This week, Play Asia are giving us Empire of Angels 4 is getting a release exclusive to Play Asia. This is a light strategy RPG, basically Fire Emblem with chibi anime babes. How can you go wrong with that? It's not even out digitally yet, that's coming in the summer, but there's this pre-order opening on Thursday at 11 PM Hong Kong time. It looks like it could be a cool enough game in a light-hearted way. There's an open pre-order for the standard release, and there's a limited edition of 2,000 units, which includes a soundtrack CD. If you want to order this like I will be, then I would massively appreciate it if you came back here on Thursday, 11 PM Hong Kong time or your regional equivalent, and you clicked our link in the description and used our discount code. If you do that, then honestly it helps support us ever so much. So yeah, Empire of Angels 4, a Play Asia exclusive on Thursday. Don't miss out. Geo Pocket Collection Volume 1 has reared its head once again, this time a Western release or two. To absolutely no one's surprise, we've got a release in North America by Limited Run Games. They have a standard edition available on April 22nd, alongside a collector's edition which nets you the game, of course, Steambock, double-sided poster, and a retrospective book. And this is Cigar Trucker's Pick of the Week. In Europe, again to the surprise of no one, Pix and Love are doing their version, working with SNK to produce the game. Now, for some reason, unlike Limited Run, they couldn't say what is included in their package until April 22nd, but I'm led to believe there will be 4 versions, a standard edition, a collector's edition, and 2 super editions, but of different coloring. April 22nd for that one. I should also probably give a shout out to Later Alligator, which I missed last week. Is it low print? Is it retail? I don't know. Anyways, this one sprung up on me from fangamer.com. It's a quirky release where alligators live in New York City. I don't know how to explain this, but it's kind of like a genre mashup or like a WarioWare type game where there's 30 minigames to play with personality. I've not played it, but it looks kind of fun. They're sending these out right now on fangamer.com. In fact, some of you in our community have already got their copy. I think it's available from Best Buy in America too. Alright, let's jump into the imports. Remember, if anything takes your fancy and you'd like to import them for yourself, then consider using the links below in the description and the pinned comment. If you use those links, then it also helps out support this series so much. You guys are wonderful and amazing, and I thank you ever so much. Plus, in return, if you use our links, you can also get a very nice 5% off any physical item from Play Asia if you use the coupon code SwitchWatchTV while checking out. That's all one word, SwitchWatchTV, while checking out for 5% off any physical item from Play Asia. Now, Atelier Mysterious Trilogy is releasing in Asia this week. It's releasing in Japan and Hong Kong too, but the Southeast Asian version is the one you're gonna want to import. This is the one that has English. There is no Western physical announced for these 3 JRPGs in one. This is packing a higher price, but, you know, as a package, it's representing decent value for money compared to the digital release. You get Atelier Sophie, Ferris, and Lady Suelle in their DX form with all the DLC and enhancements. Now, I've got this for review. Stay tuned for Wednesday, I think. That's also the reason why this episode is shorter, because I've got a lot to do, guys. But anyways, what a wonderful time it is to be a JRPG fan. There's a standard release, there's a collector's edition with an arranged soundtrack CD, a poster and some postcards, as well as a super expensive edition that comes with all of that, plus a wall scroll, some clear folders, and a mini crystal paperweight. Don't miss out. Personally, I think this is an essential import. Do not buy the Japanese or Hong Kong version, remember, okay? Follow the link in the description. Those are the ones you want. Check out my upcoming review very, very soon. And Punky Dooster and JCrud7776, they've chosen this as their pick of the week. Are you ready for the schlockiest import of the year so far? Fight of Animals is from the same people as Fight of Gods, only this time with English, baby. Yes, this meme bait has you brawling with animals in a tournament fighter. This is getting released in Asia and Japan, and both have English. There is no Western release announced for this, and I would be shocked if there was in the future. I'm in. I have Fight of Gods, so it's kind of lore to get Fight of Animals as well. Rolling Gunner plus Overpower is a long awaited physical release for this highly acclaimed shooter. Originally, Physicality Games were supposed to be doing it until they went bust. Now, this should have English according to the eShop, and I'm sure this is going to see a Western release in the future. I'm sure some White Knight company will come along like Limited Run to publish it in the West, but nothing has been confirmed yet. Anyways, this is the Japanese release. There's actually 2 editions, a standard release as well as a complete edition, which includes a soundtrack and setting materials collection. No idea if those are physical or digital goodies. Anyways, it's a banging game, so I've heard. Shmup fans are gonna want this one. A quick shout out to Quest of Dungeons, which was supposed to release last week, but was pushed to this week. We are going to be giving away 1 copy of this at the end of the episode. Don't forget. I guess I better pick somebody quickly. Wonder Boy Asha in Monster World is getting its Japanese release this week. It's getting a Western release next month, I believe, plus there's a strictly limited version, which is probably releasing within the next decade or so. But if you can't wait, then this Japanese release does have English. It has voice work, remastered graphics, an easier mode, and even includes the original Monster World 4 on the cartridge. It's even directed by the original dude. Look, I'm excited for more Wonder Boy in the world, but I don't know, looking at the trailer, the animation looks kind of rough, to be honest, but I hope it plays better in your hands. And nevertheless, Boombox, God of Resin, and Jonathan Rumor, they've chosen this as their pick of the week. Raiden 4 Cross Mikado is releasing in Japan this week. This shooter revival should have English, but fans may want to hold off importing since it has been announced to be getting a physical release in the West next month, I believe. Anyways, this is the same classic gameplay, but now mixed in with some great tunes. Shooter fans, of course, will be wanting to add this to their collection, I'm sure. For me, that's all the biggest interesting games in the East, at least the ones that you may consider importing, but I do want to point out something a little bit quirky. Typing Quest. Now, I love typing games. Typing of the Dead, Pokemon Typing Adventure, or whatever it's called. I love those games back in the day. And the Switch is getting one in Japan that comes with a keyboard, Typing Quest. Sadly, there's no English, but I thought I'd point it out since it is a bit quirky, and I hope something like this happens for the West. Also this week, a quick roundup. We have Tokai Jikake no Apocalypse, there's no English. Quick Spot Master of the Right Brain, no English. Tropico 6, it has English, but it also has a Western release. Yokai Watch 1, the best edition, and Yokai Watch 4, the best edition. Both of those do not have English because level 5 do not like money. Alright, let's jump into the Let's Get Physical Spotlight. Remember, if you're showed off in the series, then at the end of the month, you'll be in with a chance of winning a physical Switch game. This month's prize is Chronos. Now, sadly, I do have to say that this week's Community Spotlight is much shorter than normal. Since last episode, I've had Saga Frontier to review, and also the Atelier Mysterious Trilogy, which is a lot. I'm kind of over my head at the minute, so I'm not going to say I'm burnt out, but you know, I don't want to be burnt out. Prevention is cheaper than the cure, so this week I'm only going to choose 10 people at random, no tier system at all, and next week's going to be a proper episode, I promise. And I also do have more than enough pictures for next week too, so I ask that you hold on submitting any more pictures until after next week's episode. Just please try not to pile on more pictures, okay? Just helps me with my sanity. Now for this week, I got in a nice little package from Premium Edition Games. I got my hands on their first 2 releases, Super Blood Hockey and Pigeon Dev Collection. I'll talk about Pigeon Dev in a later episode. I'll stick with Super Blood Hockey first since it's the number 1, right? Speaking of 1, Juan reviewed this for the channel way back. I wonder how many times he's heard that joke. Anyway, he reviewed this way back in the day when it released digitally and enjoyed the retro modern style to it. NES hockey games are very nostalgic, and this hits the mark and then some. The package itself is nicely put together too. I'm rather impressed by them. The game comes in 2 sleeves, firstly the outer one, and then you pull out like a dust jacket sort of thing, very reminiscent of the black box NES games of old. I like how the game peeks out a little too. The actual game box has a proper bit of weight to it as well. It actually feels like you're holding something a little bit more than air, which is what normal Switch games feel like. Inside you get a proper manual, still bitter about the dimensions, but that's on Nintendo and their box sizes. You even get a challenge card, which if you complete and send in, Premium Edition will send you a free patch to prove your victory. That's a nice little touch. The manual is full color, 22 pages, and the material is very high quality too, very thick paper. Also useful. This game is kind of hard, so the instructions and advice really help. I also like that not a single piece of artwork is reused throughout this whole package. That's a lot of artwork, and I'm a big fan. And Premium Edition have also been very kind enough to open up an affiliate partnership with us, just for full disclosure. So if you live in the US and you want to purchase anything from them, then consider using the link in the description, which will help support us at the same time, just like our Play Asia links do too. It's the same deal, same earnings, so yeah, it really does help support us if you use those. Remember, that is just for US residents. International people have to go through Video Game Plus in North America or Bazaar in the UK and Europe. We don't have affiliates for those, but check them out anyways if you live in those regions. Alright, on to you lot. Remember, just 10 people at complete random, no tier system. Raven Knight picked up these 2 games. Astral Chain is brilliant. I really wanted to include it in our recent video of 15 best ever Switch games, but sadly, it just missed out. Plus, we have NG, the Spirit Hunter game. I want to get into those. I'm well up for some horror visual novel adventure. Steven665, many thanks for using our links and codes on these games. Some really interesting imports. It's a shame that Guilty Gear never got a North American release, sadly limited to Asia and Europe. Although, if I remember correctly, Physicality Games wanted to do that one, but failed, right? Anyways, Peter Clark picked up these 3 games. Firstly, Island, which is now back in stock on Play Asia. When my review went out, loads of people were disappointed it wasn't available to buy. Almost like we were teasing them or something. Well, it's back after that slight scare. He also got in the Asian version of Sea of Solitude and Little Nightmares 2, which I think are very nice choices indeed. I hope to add those to my collection at some point in the future. Neverbirth picked up these recently. Broken Age, one we haven't seen for a long time. I'm a big fan of Tim Schafer's work, so I should probably play this one at some point. I have it on my phone. They also got in the limited edition of Golden Force, the European version from Pixel Heart. A very nice package, really nice game. Brian's Game Shelf, many thanks for using our links and codes on these games. Interesting that Jump King came with a soundtrack, which is a nice touch. Buckbound Brigade is a very nice import exclusive too. It's a Metroidvania that has you gathering people from history and combining their powers. Very nice game and recommended by us. The One got in some healthy amiibo for Monster Hunter alongside some recent releases, Trails of Gold Steel 4, Poison Control, and Billion Road from Limited Run. I think that may be like their most low-key release since I'd pretty much forgotten they'd done it. Will be interesting to see how many times it shows up in the series. Visipon was happy to get some Animal Crossing amiibo cards, the much sought after Sanrio Pack 2, which includes Hello Kitty. I don't actually recall what they do in the game, but it's nice to have them, and they also have a couple of quality visual novels. H and F, thanks for using our links and codes on this beast of a package, Human Resource Machine Deluxe. 2 games in 1, import exclusive. Very nice indeed. I like these games, but I'm just way too dumb for them. And finally this week we're ending with No Face, who picked up the double pack of games, which makes it for one of the longest names out there. Savior of Sapphire Wings, Stranger of Sword City Revisited. I definitely need to add this one to my collection. Really loving the artwork there. And first person dungeon crawling JRPG. Yeah, I think I need it. Alright guys, remember, no submissions until after next week's episode. I already have enough. There's only one thing left to do. Last week we wanted to give away Quest of Dungeons by Leoful. 1 physical copy and 2 runners-up getting a download code. So firstly, the runners-up are
Christopher Williams
and
Magenta Dream.
You have download codes, but the big dog winner is
F-Zero.
Congratulations, my man, or my lady. We're going to sort you out with a physical version of Quest of Dungeons. Many thanks to Leoful for making this possible. Check out Quest of Dungeons out this week, Asian exclusive with English. Import links below. Right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of New Physicals. Special thanks to our executive producers, Dane Wilkinson, God of Resin, Boombox, Brent McLean, Jonathan Rumo, Ganica, Santa Tartaruga, Alolan Jojo, Alexander Cato, J. Crowd 7776, Elisa, Punky Dooster, Michael Del Polito, and Cigar Trucker. Thank you for your support. Many thanks for watching, everybody. If you watched all the way through, you are a legend of the highest order. If you are one that watched all the way through, then give me a high five in the comments so I know who you are. I'd like to give you a high five back because you're a legend. Alright, check out some of our other stuff. Check out Saga Frontier, the review I did last week, and stay tuned for Atelier Mysterious Trilogy. Off the top of my head, I can't remember if the embargo is Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm really hoping it's Wednesday so I can get it done. Yeah, we'll see you guys over there. Have a good one.